Hello, people. And this is PK. I'm the product analyst at Bamboo Technologies. Today, I'll be moderating this webinar. I see that attendees are joining in. We'll give it a minute and start the webinar. Please stay connected. We will start it in a minute or two. Thank you once again for staying connected. Before getting started, I will start with the ground rules of the session. So rule number 1, all the attendees will be in listen-only mode. However, you have a question box. If you have any queries in between, you can post on all your questions over there. And also there will be a Q&A session at the end. If time permits, we can discuss with our experts regarding your questions and they'll provide you with the answers. To begin with, let's start with a little bit about our Bamboo Technologies. We are a fast-growing backup software company headquartered in India. We have more than a decade and a half years of experience in industry. Our customer base is spread across 100 countries, and so far we have reached 60,000 businesses across the globe. We offer 24/7 support, which is one of the unique features of Vim. This webinar is focusing on the topic of 5 important considerations to protect our business critical applications. So let me introduce you to my presenter for this webinar today. I have with me Mr. Nivas, a product analyst at Bamboo, who will be the one hosting the session today. This webinar will be going through a 30 or 35 minutes of walkthrough with a small presentation and a quick live demo. So discussing about our agenda, we have a business critical application needs protection to be the first to go with, and then you on the board you have your application downtime statistics discussion, and then you have a downtime of the application that could lead you to, and you also have a discussion on 5 considerations to protect your critical applications. At last of the session, you will have protecting the critical application with Bamboo BDR suite, and you'll know how Bamboo comes into the limelight. We will be having a live demo session, and at last, if time permits, as I said, we'll be having a Q&A. So Nivas, the introduction is done. I am handing over to Nivas now. So Nivas, the podium is all yours.
Thank you, Pranav. Thanks for this introduction. So I don't want to waste much of the time. I just want to directly go into the topic, and I just introduce myself. So I am Nivas. I'm working as a product analyst at Bamboo Technologies. So we directly go into this session now. So I just want to discuss what are the business need of a business critical applications and why it need a protection. Critical applications need protection. Yeah, today's businesses are addicted to IT, and applications are being used and heavy dependencies for business operations. Okay, it's most of the organization looking probability to keep their applications always available. Yes, almost every business is reliant on the application that are running in their environment. Okay, so this is because these applications are generating an enormous amount of data, and yes, these data are critical for their business operation. So that's why most of the business critical applications needs a protection. Yes, so you might be having any one of these applications running in your organization. So this might be a database application or CRM application or email server or an ERP or accounting software, anything. So if these application goes down, yeah, there will be a lot of problem. So now everything is going fine, everything seems to be going well, then there is a bit of slip. So your critical application goes down. So now you got the problem. So I just want to share some statistics. Okay, so yes, 78% of the companies faces unnecessary or unplanned downtime. So this leads to a lot of business critical risk coming to their organization because of the downtime of their business critical applications. And yes, 72% of applications are not intended to experience more than 60 minutes of downtime. Yes, if that application is down for more than 60 minutes, yes, then you'll be getting a lot of revenue loss, or it will be going to create a reputation loss for your organization. Yes, lot of things going to start. So 72% of application are not intended to experience more than 60% of downtime. So this is a survey from status survey. We got these data and from Forbes Insight. Yes, and statistics don't lie. Yeah. So what if the business critical application goes down? Okay, downtime of application can cost you. So what are these? Yes. So so these are the impact of the downtime. Nearly 1.25 billion dollar to 2.5 billion dollars. So this is the average total cost of unplanned application downtime. So this is a survey from the 365 data center survey, and yes, it's around 500,000 to 1 million. So as average cost of a critical application failure per hour. So you need to spend around up to $1 million every hour to recover from the application failure. And so this application failure can cost up to, in other words, can cost up to 1 million loss of revenue. Yes. So what if your business critical application goes down? So you'll experience these losses. So there'll be productivity loss. So that leads to the loss of revenue, and yeah, the productivity loss leads to loss of your customer. And if a customers are moving away from your organization, yes, definitely it's going to be a loss in the brand name. So yes, you need to if you want to avoid this, so you need to have a firm protection for your business critical applications. So yes, so how you can save yourself from these business downtime or application downtime. So yes, so we are here, we are going to tell you about the 5 consideration that you need to consider while setting up your BCDR plan to protect your business critical applications. Yes, yes, you can achieve. So with these type of impacts, organization must be taking steps to reduce or prevent their downtime. So maintaining 100% uptime can be achieved. So for this, you need to be a detailed planning, you need to have a regular system maintenance, and you need to your data center professional, and you need to manage all these datas, and you need to implement certain kind of automation, and redundancy is very important here in this case. Yeah. So let's see. So what are the 5 considerations that you need to aware of, or you need to consider while designing a BDR or BCDR plan? The first one is application protection across diverse environment. So you might be running the application in a physical server or virtual server, or your application might be running in any cloud. So you need to prepare a strategy, or you need to come up with a plan. So the application from all these platform needs a protection, and so you need to come up with a recovery point objective and recovery time objective. So how long? So as I said earlier, 72% of business cannot 72% of applications are not intended to survive a disaster or data downtime of more than 60 minutes. So you need to come up with a plan here. So how long you can your business can run without this application, and in how long, what is the time period that you can recover to your business? So you need to define that. So that is, and always go for a software or a solution which gives you a lesser recovery point objective and lesser recovery time objective. And yes, so yes, downtime happens everywhere. So there may be some unplanned downtime that you cannot avoid, but if a downtime happen, so you should be in a position to recover easily or recover instantly from the downtime. So while selecting a solution, so you need to consider this factor. That solution should provide you with an instant recovery or granular recovery options to recover your business critical applications, the entire application or the application data from the backup. And yes, definitely, so you backed up your mission. So what happened if the backup is not working, or if the backup you're not able to recover your data at the time of disaster? So you need to perform some checks. Okay, so the thing is, at the point of, you need to have a recoverability state of backup data. At any point of time, if something goes wrong, you should be in a position to restore the data. And yes, so you need to check the recoverability of the backup data. So if the backup is not working fine or it is not recoverable, then there is no point in taking the backup and depending on that backup at the time of disaster. And disaster recover capabilities. So it is not recommended to keep data in a single location. So it is always recommended to send a copy of data to an offsite location or to cloud location. So assume that there is a major fire accident. So even though you have a backup of a critical application, what if the backup itself goes down? So at that time, you should be in a position to boot the business critical machines or servers or application from the offsite location or from cloud location. So yes, so while going or while designing a BDR plan, so you need to consider these 5 factors. So I'm just going to repeat these 5 factors. The first one is so the solution should be in a position to protect the application from the diverse IT environment. And the second one, the solution should have a lesser recovery point objective and lesser recovery time objective, and it should be in a position to recover the individual application items and that need to be performed instantly. You need to check whether the data is recoverable or not. You need to keep on checking the backups. And yes, so that solution should have the capacity to send a copy of data to an offset location or to a cloud location. So these are the 5 factors. Any software you're going to choose, so consider these softwares. And yeah, so in this case, we'll see how Wemu BDR suite is helping you to protect your business critical applications. And yes, if you're going for an image level backups, yes, Wemu is having application aware backups. So at the time of backup, we'll check the stability of the application writers. Yes, and only when all the application writers are stable, we'll proceed with the backup. And even we also have an option to truncate the transaction logs. So, for example, if you're running applications like Exchange, the transaction applications like Exchange or SQL, then we have option called log truncation. And yes, Waymo supports application level backup. So you don't want to back up the entire machine, but you just want to back up only the particular application like Exchange or SQL. Yes, we have the solution for it. And we have automated backup verification. So primarily we do 3 tier checks here. The first one is a boot check. So we'll try to boot the backup data and we'll capture the screenshot. Second one is a mount check. We'll try to mount the backup data onto your disk management mount and we'll check whether the data is mountable or not, and we'll try to perform the integrity check, the integrity of the backup data. And yes, so we do have option, you'll be able to recover instantly and granularly the application items from the backup. So instead of for example, if you're going for a image level backup, so you don't need to recover the entire machine to recover some particular application objects or application items from the backup. So with our granular recovery feature, you will be able to instantly recover the individual application items from the backup. And the last one is, so Waymo is providing live replication. So this option allow you to replicate the virtual machines. For example, if it is a VMware virtual machine, you can replicate the virtual machines from one ESXi to another ESXi host. If something went wrong, you can just turn on the replicated one and you can start working on it. Or else you have option. So you just take a copy of backup, and then this backup can be replicated to an offset location or to cloud location of your choice. And yes, Waymo is having a cloud. So we have the servers running on AWS. If you want to store, if you're looking for a hybrid kind of deployment, then you can replicate a copy of backup data to Waymo Cloud. And yes, so I just want to show a live demonstration. So there's a short demonstration of how the user interface of Waymo BDR suite will works. Okay, and yes, in this I will show how applications you can back up and how you can back up your entire machines. So once installed, once the application is successfully installed, you'll get a shortcut like this. So yes, so once it open, it is a browser based console, so you'll get a console like this. So this is the dashboard of Waymo BDR server, where you can see all the backup activities here. So you can see the active job storage quota, everything, the recent job activities, reasons offsite, everything that's seen from here. Yeah, from this dashboard itself, you can configure the backup for your VMware virtual machines, the Hyper-V virtual machine, and also for the physical Windows servers. And yes, for files and applications, so this is an agent-based solution. So you just need to download the agent. You can download the agent directly from here, and you can install the agent on the machine where the applications are running, and you can configure the backup. Yes, and all these uh, image level backups like the VMware or Hyper-V or Microsoft Windows image backup. So these are application aware. So I'll just show this VMware backup as an example how the application aware functionality works here. Firstly, you need to select the virtual machines that you want to backup. I'm selecting two of my virtual machines here. Then yes, so here the application aware settings. So you just need to enable the application aware processing. Once you enable the application of processing, you need to give the credential of the virtual machine for which on which the applications are running. Just click on this application and click on next. So you need to give the credentials. I'm just telling this Windows Server as my credential. And if multiple machines have multiple credential, you can individually add it here. And then after, let's click on next. So here you need to select the frequency for the incremental backups. Or if you want to schedule an additional full backup, yes, you can schedule it from here. And here you need to select the retention policy, how for how long period you want to retain the backup data. So we have two retention policies. The first one is a basic retention, which allow you to keep the last 99 days of recovery points. And the second one is advanced retention. So this option works on the GFS method. So it's grandfather and father son kind of retention. So it's simply it will merge all the recovery points and keep it as a single merged one at the end of the particular schedule or particular time once it is reached. And you have option to store the backup data into multiple storage repository. Means you can club the multiple storages and make it as a single pool, and you can use that single pool to store the backup data. And you have an option to encrypt the backup data, so you can set your own password to encrypt the backup data. And yes, so once after that, so you just need to give look on these configuration and just give the name for your backup job and save the backup. So that's also, this is with the backup configuration, and this is for image level backups. And similarly, you can configure the replication. You can replicate the virtual machines from one ESXi to another ESXi host. So this is about the image level backups. So what if you want to recover the or if you want to backup the individual applications? So yes, for that, just go to this files and application, just download this agent and install the agent. So I have already installed it. It's again a simple installation. So once you open, the console will look like this. So it is the Vemu Network Backup Console. From this application, you can configure the backup for your files and folders, and also for the applications. So the applications like Exchange, SQL, SharePoint, Outlook, and MySQL. So for all these applications, you can configure granular application level backups. And yes, so this is for Vemu. If you're using Vemu Network Backup, it is a local backup solution, so which will send the backup data to the local backup server, and the data will be stored on the local storage repository. So alternatively, we have a product called Vemu Online Backup. So this will allow you to replicate a copy of backup data. Means you can backup directly with online backup. You can backup directly to VMware Cloud. And yes, so for in another way, if you want to replicate a copy of backup data to an offset location, yes, we are providing two options. The first one, so just go to VMware BDS server, just go to management and click on offset copy. Here you can see option. You can replicate a copy of backup data to VMware Cloud, or you can replicate a copy of backup data to an offsite server. So in this case, if I want to replicate to an offset location, so in that offset machine, you need to install an application called VMware Offset DR. So once the VMware Offset DR is successfully installed, okay, just need to give the IP address of the machine where it is installed and click on Save Replication. So all the data from this backup server will get replicated to this DR server. So, and this machine is also having the same functionality and same features, recovery features of as that of the uh, backup server. So what if you want to recover the individual application items? Yes, we have a tool. So that is very simple. So it's a free tool we are providing. So that is called a Bamboo Universal Explorer, which allow you to perform granular recovery. So you can download this tool from our website. So once downloaded, so just install this application. So it's open it. So it's a lightweight application. So with this application, you will be able to recover the individual application items of Microsoft Exchange, SQL, SharePoint, and Active Directory. So yes, in this case, I'll just perform the granular recovery for my Exchange server. Then click on next. Just need to select the application and you need to click on next. So you just need to point your EDB file and you need to open your EDB. That's all. So once the EDB is loaded, so you'll be able to recover the individual application items. So if I just want to recover my individual mailbox or the individual mails, you can go and recover it from here, or else if you want to export these to another machine, you can perform exports. So this is similarly, it will work for SQL, SharePoint, and Active Directory. Okay, so these are the so this is how you can perform you can back up your business critical application. So you can back it up either in an image level, or you can back up at the application level, and you can instantly perform this granular recovery, or you can restore the entire application. So that's based on your convenience, or based on your the recovery need. You can go for any kind of recovery of your choice. So, and Bamboo is flexible. And yes, so this product comes with 30 days of free trial. So if you want to try the product, so just go to bamboo.com. So the product is available. So just click on this download icon, so it will take you to the page where you can download the product. Just download and you can install these on this operating system. For Windows, we support installation on 2019, 2016, 2012 R2, 2012, 2008 R2, and Windows 10. And alternatively, we are also providing Linux appliances, means Linux setups, and also VMware and Hyper-V appliances. Yes, and yes, so this is all about the product. So just test the product, download the product, test the product, and if you have any queries or any questions during the evaluation, no worries, we have a 24/7 support. So you can contact our support through multiple mediums. So first, you can directly contact us through a telephone, or you can just drop a mail, or you can use our chat. So chat, you can just chat with our engineers and you can get your questions or queries resolved. And yes, so this is all about the product. And if you have any questions, you can just ask your questions here. The Q&A is now open. And yes, so yes, we are getting a lot of questions here. And yes, so we are trying to answer some of the questions now. And if you are going to if we can answer some questions, so if your question is not answered, don't worry, so we'll try to mail the answer for your questions. So yes, the first question we got from Peter Fernandez is, its application aware backup is available for all Microsoft application? Yes, so this application aware processing is available for almost all the Microsoft application, Exchange, SQL, SharePoint, Outlook, every Microsoft application. And yes, we are also providing log truncation for this transactional based application. Yeah, the second question is Bamboo tool is free? Yes, so I guess you're talking about that Bamboo Universal Explorer, right? Yes, the Bamboo Universal Explorer is a free of cost tool. So you just download the tool and you'll be able to install it on any Windows machine, and using this you'll be able to recover the individual application items. So what of the versions of applications are supported? Yes, so you can just go and check it on a website. So in a website you can go for this product documentation, or you can go for the product data sheet. So here we have this system requirement data sheet. So in the system requirement datasheet, we have the supported application listed. So that's quite a long list, so I cannot explain it here. You can just go and check it out. Is 2019 Windows operating system supported or not? Yes, 2019 is supported. So you can back up to 2019 and you can install the Wembu application in 2019. Either you can do it. So we have a lot of questions popping up. Yes. So it's the session crossed more than 30 minutes, 35 minutes, going to be 35 minutes. So yes, so all your question will be answered through an email.
Thank you, Nivas, for that insightful demo and an explanation from your side. People, yes, as Nivas stated, this is our. If you have any support-related doubts, you can always contact our support through Wembu support at wembu.com, or regarding the sales and all the stuff, you can call through Wembu sales at wembu.com. For more insightful things, you can log into our wembu.com and get connected. Oh, thank you once again for joining the session. In this session, you also have an handouts here. This handout in the handout session, I hope you have a Wembu BDR Suite data sheet, so you can download it, and all the attendees will be getting a mail shortly with all the supported documents, I hope. So yes, there are a lot of questions popping up, and our engineers are trying to answer it. We will answer it through mail. Sorry for we have to end the session. It's already 35 minutes of session has gone. Thank you once again for joining Wembu, and always stay connected with Wembu.com. Thank you.